Hello, hello, it's Igneous Hippo. I'm standing here next to War Counselor EG on the road to the manor, because in the previous episode, we had just finished Ronnie's questline. We became the Empyrean's consort, and there's still a little bit left to do as far as Ronnie's lore goes, but I want to save that for later because it's pretty difficult, and I want to make sure that I'm like not struggling through the video. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the lore of her loyal followers here. So, War Counselor Iji was another character that was sworn to service to Lunar Princess Ranni, just like we were. So we're gonna see what he has to say now that we are her consort.
Oh, there you are. Good of you to drop by. Have you heard? Lady Ranni has departed on her journey along the dark path of Empyrean, from Renna's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Ranni's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You and only you were Lady Ranni's true champion.
Wow, that's very kind of you to say, EG. We already bought the Carrion Filigreed crest. Okay.
My purpose is nearing its end. I've served Lady Ranni for as long as I can remember. It has been a long and wondrous journey. Now Lady Ranni is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well, unto the very end.
I will. For you, EG.
Lady Ranni, along the now Lady
Okay.
Ranni is in your hands.
So we've exhausted his dialogue. Now let's rest and see if anything changes. No?
Greetings, my friend.
Greetings, my fellow. How can I help? Okay.
So
So looks like we have to do something else. Okay, let's go back to Ronnie's Rise, and then we'll talk to Preceptor Salvis one more time. See if he has anything to say now that we've essentially betrayed him instead of betraying Ronnie.
No. I'm part of her very being. I can never betray her. No matter what might happen. Ronnie. She needs me.
That's Blyde, and he appears to have lost his marbles, but let's go ahead and see if we can talk to him. I don't think we're going to be able to talk to him. Blyde? Oh, yeah, no, he's not happy. I wonder what the lore behind this guy. Why is he so upset? We fought your shadow. We fought your shadow already. Why are you mad at us? I can flip too. I feel so bad fighting him. It has to happen now. He's attacking us. Wow, he does a lot of damage. Poor Blyde. He did not deserve to die. And for that we get the Royal Greatsword, another really, really good strength intelligence weapon. I know we were talking about the Ruins Greatsword and the Falling Star Beastjaw being another, all really good strength intelligence weapons. This is Frost. Really good, really, really good Greatsword. And then we got his armor set as well. And a long time ago, a couple episodes ago, we picked up his helmet. This helmet, the Black Wolf mask, is on the backside of Preceptor Selvis's Rise. You have to climb up the the ruins and find it up there. But now we have his chest piece. Well-worn black armor of the man-wolf Blide. The pelt serves as a cape protecting from cold. Blide was the blade of Ranni, but the cold bothered him anyway. Blide was the blade of Ranni, but the cold bothered him anyway. Is that a Frozen reference? Is that the cold bothered him anyway? This is a Frozen. Is this a Frozen reference or is this totally on accident? This sounds like a Frozen reference. That's crazy. If that was intentional, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Blide, who serves as Ranni's shadow, was a loyal ally who had defied destiny itself. if it would have him turn upon his lady. Oh, that's sad. He served as her shadow, a loyal ally, defying destiny itself. If it would have him turn it. Okay, so he would defy his own destiny if it would have him turn on Lady Ranni, and it looks like it did. Yeah. So he went crazy, defying his own destiny because he didn't want to betray Lady Ranni. And we also have the colossal sword, the royal greatsword. Split magic damage and physical damage with the wolf's assault. Unique Ash of War. Greatsword decorated in royal carrion style, favored weapon of Blide the Half-Wolf. In defiance of the fate he was born into, Blide swore to serve no master but Ranni. As proof, the sword was imbued with a cold magic at the moment the oath was sworn. And the cold bothered him anyway. Unlike Elsa, the cold bothered him. That's crazy. That has to be an intentional Frozen reference. That's if that's not a Frozen reference, somebody correct me, but that's so funny. Oh man, it's a sad death with a hidden reference. And Celavis, it looks like, has also met his untimely demise, but Celavis, on the other hand, deserved it. Poor Blide did not deserve it, but Celavis did. Examine. Oh, we can still buy puppets off of him. I bought all of them, but you can still buy puppets off of him, even though he's dead. We got his bell bearing for his spells, and also his armor set, the Preceptor's armor set. Large hat with the movements of the stars drawn on the inside of the brim, worn by the magic preceptors who served the Carrion Royals. Increases mind at the detriment of stamina. That's pretty cool. Glintstone sorcerers are the descendant of astrologers, a fact that the Carrions remain aware of, even if their fate has been long severed from the stars. This hat, especially large hat, it reminds me of Big Hat Logan from Dark Souls 1. And then we also have the... I really like the Preceptor's long gown. This is a really, aesthetically pleasing chess piece. A long, bright blue gown with the movements of the stars drawn upon it, worn by the magic preceptors who serve the Carrion Royals. Okay, so it looks like looks like all the armor pieces are probably going to say more or less the same thing. Gloves of the magic preceptors, black and perfectly discreet. What about the boots? Probably the same. Yeah, black and perfectly discreet, so as not to outshine the hat or the robes. Celavis and Blide are both gone now. Blide loyal to the very end, and Celavis a traitor evermore. Oh. Stop, please stop. Somebody's getting attacked. You're my puppets. I loved you with all I have. How could you forget such bliss? Oh my goodness, Pity's puppets came back to life. With the death of Preceptor Selvus, his puppets came back to life and killed Pydia. In a previous episode, we met Pydia and bought some stuff off of him. He was a very hidden merchant. This is like above a grace that you get in the Carrion Manor side dungeon, but Pydia was like he's like an Albinaric merchant, and he had these guys were sitting here like they were being used for puppets because there's like ghost Ray Lucarian soldiers out there, and they came back to life and killed him. Dolores the Sleeping Arrow puppet as well. We got his bell bearing to buy the stuff that he was selling, but we also got a new puppet. Dolores the Sleeping Arrow. Spirit of a handsome archer who dressed in the style of a man. Called the Silent Hunter by some, she fires St. Trina's arrows from her short bow. Dolores once belonged to the Round Table Hold, where she was both a critic and a friend of Gideon the All-Knowing. It was because of her that he and Selvus went their separate ways. Oh wow! So this is why Gideon knows about Selvus, and Selvus, yeah. So because there is another option to do when you get the potion from Selvus, you can either give it to Nefeli Lu, like how Selvus wants you to, and turn her into a puppet, or you can give it to Gideon the All-Knowing, and he kind of just like disposes of it or keeps it for his own purposes. But then you still trick Selvus into thinking that you gave it to Nefeli. But we gave it to the Dung Eater, and turned the Dung Eater into a puppet. But it looks like Selvus, Dolores, and Gideon the All-Knowing were at one point or another friends, and then they had a falling out over something. Or maybe Selvus... I bet Selvus turned Dolores into a puppet, and then Gideon, like, renounced him as his friend because he turned Selvus turned Dolores into a puppet. That is some interesting lore that I was not aware of at all. Good to know. Okay, so at that area cleaned up, we need to go back and see EG once more. Okay, he's still here. I know something is supposed to happen. He said he's nearing the end of his journey.
Greetings, my
Oh, yeah, we can talk to him about Blythe's death now.
unthinkable. How could Blythe? How did he break free from his cell? No. More importantly, Blythe became a curse that plagued Lady Ranni. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blythe. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
Wow, the dialogue. The dialogue in this game is just pristine. Absolutely love what... Oh, okay, yep. And resting at the site of grace once more is revealed that War Counselor EG has been killed by... looks like Black Flame. Something has caused the death of War Counselor EG. Friend, yes. He was a friend. He's with Blythe now. I wonder what caused his death. So we get his bell bearing and EG's mirror helm. Okay, let's see here. This is going to be a better version of the mirror helm that we already had. So we get the Nox mirror helm that wards off the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. And we also have the EG's mirror helm. Helm fashioned from a crystal-looking glass, said to have never left War Counselor EG's head. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Worn by those committed... Wow, those committed to high treason. It wards off the intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. EG was afraid, terrified of his own treachery. So I wonder why the black flame killed it. That's definitely black flame. It has to be. That's what black flame looks like. But I wonder why he died from black flame. I wonder if we'll ever get to find out why. Oh my goodness, there's a dead black knife assassin right here too. But wouldn't it be destined death? Wouldn't there be like some red mixed in there? The black knife assassins killed EG. Yeah, that's a black knife assassin right there. There's another one over here. Oh my goodness, he put up quite a fight. I didn't even notice that. There's two black knife assassins on the ground. Wow. A very intense end to Ranni, Lunar Princess Ranni's questline. But with that, let's go ahead and move on to the Volcano Manor Legacy Dungeon. My favorite Legacy Dungeon in the game. We're already 16 minutes in, so I'll try my absolute hardest to get through as much as I possibly can. And we're also gonna stop at some point. We're not gonna get. Actually, well, we'll get through the whole thing, but we're not gonna like, yeah, we're not gonna finish the dungeon per se. We're gonna stop before we get too far because we do have to finish the Volcano Manor quest line before we get too far. I actually do want a torch. Am I gonna be able to hold a torch? I can't hold a torch. Okay. Let's drop the helmet for now. Just as my noble brother says, I'm a complete fool. I can't believe I thought I could become a champion. Is that Diallos? I bet that's Diallos. Has to be. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 21. Got another illusory wall back here. And this is going to be Depraved Perfumer Carmon. It's another Depraved Perfumer. So we did get wait, no. We fought Depraved Perfumer Trisha, and it gave us Perfumer Trisha. Now we have Depraved Perfumer Carmon. Okay, so here you can see the absolute difference between the two paths of the perfumers. I know we've talked about this a lot here and there in multiple episodes. Depraved perfumers practice their art for themselves alone. Carmon was a notably formidable perfumer whose strength rivaled that of heroes, and it is said that he was in search of a secret physic of revivification. Revivification. Like reviving? Like to bring somebody back from the dead? It's crazy. Okay, so I suppose the regular perfumers had some semblance of empathy, especially for the misbegotten and the omens that they tried to help in the end, and the depraved perfumers were just out for power and ended up either becoming omen killers or working with the omen killers to rid the world of misbegotten and omens alike. Ooh, just a little short. Thousand damage, that's crazy. And we got the Bloodhound Claws from killing that Bloodhound Knight. Let's see. I believe these are the only strength scaling claws. No, they're quality. Okay, so the Raptor's Talon and the Hook Claws are both dex, but the Venomous Fang and the Bloodhound Claws are quality. And the Bloodhound Claws have a 110 crit, just like the other claws. Large curved claws used by Bloodhound Knights. The curve allows the weapon to slip through an enemy's guard. So maybe like around shields, like how scythes and flails are used. Pretty cool. So I could cosplay as a Bloodhound Knight now. I have the Bloodhound Knight sword. Now I have the claws, and I found the whole armor set in the, I believe it's in the Gelmir Hero's Grave. Yes. One such Bloodhound Knight drops the entire armor set. And here is, I believe, the Church of Igle, I want to say? The Prison Town Church. Okay. So right out this door is going to be the main legacy dungeon for the area. This entire area is very daunting. We got our first look at it in a very early episode where we were killed by an abductor virgin, and we actually spawned right down there on that little patch and then went through a little separate underground cave that ended up taking us to the subterranean Inquisition chamber, and there's another one. Abductor Virgin, yeah, that was the double Abductor Virgin boss fight. But now we're in the main dungeon. And I just love how this looks like an evil version of Rey Lucaria that's just been destroyed by an active volcano. Just absolutely fantastic artwork. I love it. All right, let's hope we have the chops to get through this. No problem. We should be able to do it. Yeah, we should be able to do this. It's a 4-hit with the colossal sword. Let's see what the good old butcher's knife can do. Whoa, that's a cool attack. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you absolutely every secret. I believe that there's a silver tier scarab you can see over there on that roof right above my knife. Or the, curved greatsword that I'm using, great axe. I think that's just a somber 5 or a somber 6 or something like that. We're not going to get to absolutely everything because that would require me to run through this area multiple times. But I'll show you the meat. I'll show you the must-haves of the area. Just go along the rooftops here. There's an omen killer down there, so be careful. And there's also a few dogs and smaller hollows as well. So you gotta be careful when you're traversing. Try to take them on one at a time. I don't know where the dog is. The dog should have come out by now. I feel like it's back here somewhere. Oh, there's the dog. Okay. Hello. Oh, no. Okay, why did the dog not get hurt by the fire? What? I can't poise through a dog's bite? Alright. One omen killer down. And we get another great omen killer cleaver. I believe we got our first one from the village of Albanerics in the far bottom left of... So not this plateau, but underneath the plateau is the village of the Albanerics, where there's an Omen Killer boss fight, where you get your first Omen Killer cleaver. I believe it's a great axe, does bleed build up. We should have 2 of them, right? Yeah, we have 2. It's a pretty good weapon, honestly. Anything that has innate bleed buildup, like built in, is really good. And down here in this prison cell, you get the Erdtree Seal. It's a pure faith scaling seal. So really good for like max faith builds. A formless sacred seal decorated with an Erdtree crest. Once the focus of religion in the lands between. Even though the Elden Ring is shattered and the Erdtree has dulled from its former radiance, earnest faith continues to hold the answers. Yes, especially those that are in tune with the greater will. I I am having having a little bit of trouble with the difference between the Golden Order and the greater will, like what the Gold Mask wants, and Brother Corrin and the Two Fingers. And I'm not sure if they want the same thing or if they want similar things. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell because they're very similar. They're both deeply rooted in faith and holy magic. But the Golden Order seems to throw a little bit of intelligence into the mix as well. But I don't know how that plays into. It might be like Radagon versus Marika, like the worship of Radagon versus Marika, although Radagon and Marika are the same being, but in different forms. They might be worshipping them separately because they don't know that they're the same. Interesting. Food for thought. And there's a stone sword key door right here. And another abductor virgin. That's unfortunate. Just whip some rocks at him. Can you come outside? Yeah, you can come outside. Nope. Wow, 2,000 damage to that. Ow. Ooh, nice lunge. Ow. Jeepers, I hate these things. They're so creepy. I just said jeepers. Don't don't flame me for saying I just said jeepers. What am I, Velma? Goodness gracious. Anyways. Back up the stairs here. Got a bunch of these guys. Guy just tried to grab me. How am I gonna barely? Oh no! Don't get poisoned, please. No, no poison pots. Rude. You guys are mean. Oh, I just drank a red. I meant to drink a blue. It's fine. Crimson Amber Medallion +1. So we can greatly increase our health now. Greatly raises maximum HP. I guess we must have missed the plus... Oh wait, no. So it goes from regular to +1. So we get the +2 is somewhere. Okay. Cool. Hello, Mr. Snake Man. You gonna get parried? Watch him do a bite attack instead of doing a sword attack. Yep. Saw that coming. Can I even parry this? Alright, you know what? Tiresome. Okay, so you can't open this door. It doesn't open from the side, but instead of going to the left, you want to go to the right. I've actually never seen... Is there anything back here? It's an enemy. Cool. Okay, I don't know how you hit me just now. Your sword was like all the way behind me, but that's fine. I can tank it. Smithing stone 4. Get some volcano stones, drop from these guys, and then you take this ladder up. There's some pretty cool items up here. I definitely missed this on my first playthrough. Was not aware of this. So then after that you drop down here. And there is another omen killer right there, so you can kind of like sneak up on him. Oh yeah, hold on. On this body, you want to grab the Albinauric staff and the Albinauric mask. So this is going to be another arcane scaling staff. So I think we have one other arcane scaling. Nope, our first arcane scaling staff. I believe the Staff of the Guilty is also arcane scaling, but we didn't end up getting that because it's like really hard to do. I didn't want to waste time showing it, but I explained how you get it in a previous episode. So here's the Albinauric glintstone staff. Short staff with a blue glintstone embedded, wielded by the Albinaurics of old. The Albinaurics harbor a secret. They cast sorcery using their innate arcaneness. Okay, so you get some arcane scaling. You can cast intelligence sorceries, but with an arcane build. It's pretty cool. I've never tried that. I might try that sometime. But yeah, you can get the drop on this guy. And with two charged heavies and a light, it's super easy. And you get another Great Omen Killer Cleaver. Then you can go up this ladder. Ladder climbing simulator. And there is a Golden Rune 10. They jump down here, and you kind of full circle back to the front door. So this is where you would be if you had gone left instead of going right. Then you get into a room with a bunch of Albinaurics that have been chained. They're in some kind of like, I don't know, stocks. In some kind of like modified stocks. Like how you would have your wrists and your neck in the stocks as for like a punishment for a crime. They've made specific ones for Albinaurics. It's pretty cruel, if you ask me. It doesn't seem very cool. Also, you have a version of the Albinaurics that are like kind of feral. And I really wish that I could get one of their helmets to drop. There's I believe it's like the Mad Dumpling Head or something is the helmet that drops from these guys. And it increases damage when Madness is built up or Madness is procced. Super good for Madness Faith builds. But it's a really low drop chance. Like even if you have the Silver Scarab and the silver pickled Foulfoot and a lot of arcane, like it's still gonna take forever to drop. It's like the Noble Slender Sword or the Noble Zestock. It's so rare for it to drop. Oh, feel free to farm that here, but I'm gonna move on because I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste your time watching me farm. That would not make for a very that would not make for a very fun YouTube video, would it? Although if you want to just like watch me farm and like and like just bullshit, like just talk about nonsense while I farm, just let me know. I'll make a video like that if you insist. I'll make a video like that. I think there's something over there. We might have to go back. Or I could just roll over there. I have more than enough flasks. I'm gonna roll over there and go get that item, because I think there's another crackpot over there. Yeah, we need to start using our crackpots again. I need to go back down this way. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a backtrack. And then we're gonna roll. We're just gonna roll through the lava, because the lava, unlike in Dark Souls 1, you don't need a ring, really. I mean, I could put on a fire defense talisman, I guess, but you don't need it. The fire does not do very much damage in this game, or the lava, I should say. Without the magma ring in Dark Souls 1, you die in like a couple seconds standing in lava, but as you can see, I just rolled through lava for like a solid 5 seconds and nothing happened. Got some jars over here. Yeah, some of them are alive, but I think we can get through this area and grab what we need to grab before we wake any of them up. Looks like just two smithing stone 6s right there. Big pot boy over there. Do you know Alexander? He's one of my close friends. Golden Rune 9. I believe this is a crackpot. Has to be. Oh no, it's the Smoldering Shield. I believe it's another small shield. It probably does fire damage. I want to say it's got shield bash and fire damage inherent. That'd be pretty cool. Need to read that. Okay. Smoldering shield. Yep. Shield bash and fire damage. Yep. Pretty cool though. Small shield made upon Mount Gelmir, forged from uncooling lava. Resists frost with its heat and can even be used to deal fire damage if wielded as a weapon. And scales with faith as well. That's pretty cool. I wish though that you could infuse it, like put a different Ashvor on it. That would be pretty cool. Don't need to go back up there. Yeah, I don't need to go back up there. I think I'm gonna drop down here and just go back to where we were. We'll just go around. Oh my goodness. This would be a great time for Bloodhound Step. Let's see. Where's our Bloodhound Step claws? Can we use them? Where are they? Oh my gosh, claws are all the way down. There's so many. Yep. There we go. Nope, not carrying retaliation. There we go. Bloodhound Step. Great Ashvor. That's not its only use for sure. It's a great Ashvor. It gives you like almost twice the iframes that a light roll dodge would give you. I knew there was a snake up here. Can't parry a whip. Why did I just do that? Hello. I get really twisty. Okay. Alright, that's enough. Stop. Your whip isn't even made of magma. Okay. I'm actually not sure entirely what's down there. I almost never go down there because it's a magma worm boss fight that appears out of nowhere, and I'm like 90% sure you don't even get anything from killing it. I don't think it's even a boss fight. I think it's just like a field magma worm that doesn't even have a boss health bar, and you don't even get anything from killing it. So feel free to go down that other elevator and kill that magma worm, but I'm not going to waste my time on it. And here you have one of the only black flame monks in the entire game. And I love this armor set. This is one of the coolest armor sets in the game. Wow, I just sped right past him there. Oh, huge. Wow. That was cool. I'm a ninja, but I'm using a gigantic sword that's like twice my height. I also do really like farming that guy. His armor set and the mace he wields are like a few of my favorite armaments and armors in the game. It just looks so cool, especially for a faith strength build, because the mace will scale with, I believe the mace actually scales with dexterity, unfortunately, but the armor set just looks so cool. And they wield Black Flame too, so you can kind of like cosplay. It's just so cool. And this is our next boss fight. But before we do that, I'm going to raise this bridge. And this bridge is going to take us back to the Prison Town Church right there. And for some reason, just like opening the door in the Divine Tower of Liurnia, when we turned the Carrion Study Hall upside down and opened the door to the Liurnia Tower Bridge, there was a cutscene for some reason. There's also a cutscene when you raise this bridge. It's a really cool cutscene, but I just don't know why. Like, it just seems... It seems somewhat gratuitous. I think it's maybe so that they didn't have to, like, in-game animate this gigantic bridge coming up. It's probably just to give the world a second to load, rather than, like, animating this enormous bridge coming up while the game is still running. It's still a really cool cutscene, though. And like when I saw this, I remember my first playthrough so long ago. My first playthrough, I was like, "There's a boss. There's a boss. This has got to be a boss fight." And I think that's why this frustrates me so much. Like the fact that I would even mention that this is a cutscene frustrates me so much, because I was expecting a boss fight and there wasn't one. So I was a little upset. And then I run into this church to go grab this item, and there's a boss fight here. So I just felt I felt a little trolled. I felt like the game was trolling me. But anyways, let's get this bread. Oh my. We're gonna summon Gerald and Harold. We haven't seen much action from them in a while. I have a volcano pot. I have another volcano pot. I'm just gonna. Oh my goodness! I just did the same attack twice in a row and it worked. And then he caught me with the. All right, you know what? You can hit me in the middle of the. Okay. All right. I see you. I see you. He's gonna roll. Roll at me. Ah, I got him stuck on the pillar. Gerald, stay away from him while he's rolling. Gerald, stop. Why are you just ramming your head into a brick wall right now? Ooh, noble presence. Belly slam. Charged heavy. Stance break. Huge. Wow, that was easy. I mean, I have a plus 18 Troll's Greatsword with Lion's Claw on it, but that was still really easy. I used to have so much trouble with that guy. And for that we get the Godskin Stitcher and the Noble Presence incantation. So the Godskin Stitcher is going to be a heavy thrusting sword. Elegant piercing sword with a Celadon colored blade? Celadon must be a color, I'm not familiar. Celadon colored blade wielded by Godskin nobles. The nobles possess skill with the sword unmatched by any lowborn. Despite its size, successive attacks from this weapon are swifter than the eye can follow. Yes, we did see that in the fight we just had. He's able to pierce and thrust with that very, very quickly. And we got another Black Flame incantation, the Noble Presence. Thrust out belly with gusto. With gusto. Produce a shockwave that knocks back nearby foes. Charging enhances potency. Once a sign of the god's wrath, this incantation became a trophy of the noble's god hunt. So in skinning and stitching the gods, they were able to perfect the Noble Presence incantation. And we got the Serpent's Amnion key item. Amnion from a womb that bore unintending offspring. Amnion from the mother's womb which cradled the poor unwanted offspring of repellent birthing ritual. It will never dry out, remaining damp indefinitely. So I believe that is for Raya, or oh, I can't remember her other name. She's got a different name when she's in her snake form, but when she's in her human form, it's Raya. I wonder, yeah, that's for her quest line, but I know where her locations are and such, so we're gonna try to get the best outcome for Raya's quest line as well. So I think I see another item over there. Watch it be like a smithing stone 4 or something. It's gonna be something dumb. They always make you like run all the way. They make you run around to explore for like no reason. Yep, a golden rune 9. I mean, okay, cool. I don't really need that though. Alright, so you get out to this balcony and kind of just jump off the edge. But you gotta be... This is a pretty difficult... I mean, it's not difficult, but you gotta be careful. Because you can die pretty easily. Like in this area specifically, like... Yeah, you're like treading... You're on thin ice. Although you're in a volcano, you're on thin ice. running around those slugs and then like jumping from here to here. You gotta be careful. I think they actually do turn around. No, okay. I thought there was an item behind. Turn around. Okay, so now we're back down in the lava, and yeah, a virgin abductor is just gonna come flying around that corner and try to kill us, but luckily I'm a major league gamer, so I'm just gonna like game right around him, and he's not gonna do anything about it. Yeah, see, I'm gaming. Ladder ahead, ladder ahead. Yeah, so I'm basically a gamer, like, pretty much. And this is another area where you can farm another really, really cool weapon. That curved sword that he's holding in his hand. The magma scale curved sword or magma curved sword or something. Really, really good faith weapon. Obviously does split fire damage scales with faith, but it's super good. So what you can do is there's one that has it right there, and then there's one also straight ahead. And you can come back here and send this elevator down. And this elevator will take you right back to the Temple of Igle side of grace that we just got from the Godskin Noble boss fight. So you can just keep reloading the area and come back up here into farm. But once again, I'm not going to waste all of our time farming. It just seems unnecessary. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, I thought we got it for a second there. No, we got a volcano stone. Alright, so the intended path is directly ahead, but there's a ladder here. There was also a ladder back there that we need to check out as well. We need to backtrack just a little bit, but yeah, this is going to be one of Raya's locations. Why is it always suffering? Let there be life. So yeah, we're going to come back to here once we are finished with Raya's questline. Alright, here is a Somber 5. And I believe there's also a Stone Sword key. Yeah, there's a Stone Sword key on this bed right here. Yep. Alright, cool. So we can go back. Let's back. Oh, goodness. I almost fell off the edge there. Let's backtrack back to that ladder in the room right after the Virgin Abductor really quickly. Not entirely sure what's down there, actually. I don't usually... usually when I go places, I know what I'm looking for, and I just dead reckon straight for it. I haven't, like, deep dive explored these dungeons in a really, really long time. Okay, so this looks like it just kind of goes all the way down. Some drawstring fire grease. 4 of them. That's pretty cool. Albinaric wizard. There's gonna be lots of dumpling heads. How do you survive one hit? Oh my goodness. These guys are beefy. 604 damage today. Crazy. Okay. Ah, trap. Okay. Is it a trap? Hello? Ah, suffering. Therefore, offer rump. Missionary's Cookbook 6. How is this a trap? Weirdo. I believe we can now craft the Holy Proof Dried Liver? There's a missionary crafting cookbook, so yeah, I think it's the Holy Proof Dried Liver. I should really go through and like read all of the cookbook descriptions. So let's just go back to the Temple of Igle and ride the elevator back up to the top. I feel like that's going to be a lot faster. Alright. We'll get a weapon switch up too. I feel like I've been using this for a long time. Colossal weapon, curved sword, great hammer. Let's put the heavy lance back on, and we'll use the grafted dragon. I like the grafted dragon. It's so hard to hit with because it's just a you can't two-hand it, and it's a fist weapon in one hand. But I just absolutely adore the Ash of War, the unique Ash of War Bear Witness. It's just so cool to just shotgun fire and lava directly up into something's face. Although I don't think fire is a good choice for this area. I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to be either immune or somewhat resistant to the giant lance. Just does the lance does work against those snake boys though. And down here on the tip of this little falcon, you got the commoner's headband. I can read that before this guy attacks me. A headband that holds cloth in place, standard wear for commoners in the land between. Only there are no commoners remaining with their wits about them. All of the commoners have gone hollow. And these guys are hollow, but for some reason they're poisoned. Like, from the inside out, they've been poisoned for the rest of eternity. And this guy has an actual sea of magma whip. Pretty cool. Well, not anymore, because they just murdered him, but it was cool while he was alive. Anyways. So back to what I was saying. No, I wasn't saying anything. I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, it looks like we're getting pretty close to the end of the episode, but luckily for us, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the dungeon as well. We got the Man Serpent Ashes. Let's run back into this room and read those really quickly. Man Serpent, here we go. Spirit of a deformed man serpent that wields a whip of magma. It is said that long ago the elder serpent that dwelled on Mount Gelmir devoured a demigod, and the birth of the man serpents followed. So I believe that that is also lore for Raya's questline, because she is a half man serpent. The Volcano Manor has paintings, just like the Ray Lucaria. The Academy of Ray Lucaria also has paintings. I wonder who that is. Maybe we'll find out at some point. Okay, this guy. Oh. Gotta get rid of the sorcerer. Okay. That guy, I think that's the only opportunity in the game that you have to get the Mount Gelmir staff that boosts lava sorceries. But it's a pretty likely drop. Like it's you won't have to farm that guy for ages. I think it's like that fat guy that was like a sorcerer, fat snakehead sorcerer. He drops the Mount Gelmir staff that boosts lava sorcery. It's like a pretty good chance that it'll drop, like a 33% chance, maybe a 20% chance. So just go back and kill him like 5 to 10 times and you should get it. And this teleporter will take you to another Great Rune boss. The Great Rune boss for all of Volcano Manor. So don't do this unless you've completed the Volcano Manor requests. Complete all of Volcano Manor before you have an audience with the Lord, before you kill the Great Rune boss for the area. That will come much later. I just wanted to knock this out because we're still a little over leveled for this area, but I just didn't want to get any more overpowered for it. You know how you kind of like sometimes you save like the best bite of your sandwich, like if you eat around the middle of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then you get that really good bite right in the middle? That's what I was saving Volcano Manor for. I was saving Volcano Manor because it's like one of my favorite dungeons in the entire game. There's an item over there. I wonder how you get over there. But I do know that if you go this way, try down, yeah. You go this way. And then go up these stairs. Yeah, here we go. Okay, you don't have to fight that guy down there either. You just hug the wall and go up the stairs. You won't even notice that you're here. Yeah, here we go. This is probably one of the best talismans in the game. The dagger talisman. So this is pretty cool, especially because we're doing parries. We might end up putting this on. I had the fire damage negation talisman on this entire time. Yeah, the dagger talisman is super good. Enhances critical hits. So this is really, really good for like huge swords and huge club builds because you're going to get a lot of stance breaks, and it's also good for parries because it's going to enhance your riposte. Depicting a talisman depicting a dagger and a surgeon. Or it looks like White Mask Vare and the Misericord. The white-garbed field surgeons come to the aid of a friend and foe alike by dealing a final deadly thrust to spare them from the prolonged agony of a mortal wound. A sense of mercy is a catalyst for bloodlust. Yeah, that's probably why we get such a creepy vibe from White Mask Vare. And a rune arc, always useful. And that's where we just were, is up there, but instead we dropped down, and I don't know how to get up there, though. I saw another purple item up there, but I don't know how to get up there. It's probably a nation butterfly. Alright, drop down here. Let's not get... You're trying to suck me. Stop trying to... Stop it. I'm abstinent. Stop screaming. It's annoying. Why are you screaming? Stop. We could have been friends, but you had to just scream for no reason. And then at the bottom of Volcano Manor, well, not the bottom, but like way, way in the depths of Volcano Manor, you also have another seedbed curse for the Dung Eater's questline. But unfortunate for the Dung Eater, we turn him into a puppet. I'm going to try my best not to use the Dung Eater puppet because it's just so overpowered. Instead, we upgraded the Jar White puppet. And then, yeah, I think that's the end of the little side quest of this area. We got the Ash of War Royal Knight's Resolve, which is going to be like just a better version of Determination. So Determination, you kind of just like hold the weapon up, it glows white, and then the next hit that you do does 60% more damage? Or 40% more damage? Does it say? No. But the Royal Knight's Resolve is basically just a better version. It's just going to do 80. I think it's 40% for Determination and then 60% for Royal Knight's Resolve, but don't quote me on that. It could be 60% for Determination and 80% for Royal Knight's Resolve. But either way, really good for big sword bonk, one shot like that guy right there. Really good for him to use because he can just do a jump attack or a charged heavy with Royal Knight's Resolve on it. It would do a lot of damage. We got a painting of another mysterious figure. I wonder if we'll ever get to know what... That's a really cool painting. Wow, okay. Awesome. Go back down this little dark path here, and I believe you pop out right next to Patches. Yes. So the whole dungeon comes full circle.
Hello again. Welcome to Patches Emporium.
Okay, Patches doesn't have anything new for us. Actually, wait. It says about Patches. Let's ask him.
Forgot something on your shopping. No trouble to me. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor?
Not at
I
all.
always hated the gibberish about lost grace and the laughable two fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her. Cheers for that.
Patches appears to have a thing for Lady Tanith. Let's see if she has anything new to say.
If you follow this, it cannot.
Okay, so she's still... Oh! Okay, so she's still really excited for us to meet the Lord, but we can ask her about Zarias' troubles as well.
She said that to you. I should have known something was wrong. The signs were clear enough. Well, Zarias has placed her trust in you. All the more reason I must tell you that some things are better left unknown. Besides, no one should be blamed for their heritage. Think about it. We are resisting the ways of the Erd Tree itself. What matters one's lineage in such a crisis?
I suppose it doesn't matter.
Zarias has placed her trust in you. That something...
Okay, so how can I help, though? I want to help. I want to do the right thing here, Tanith, but you're being really cryptic, and it's not helping me figure out what I should do. Let's see if we can find Raya again. Oh, there she is. Okay.
The serpent that lurked in the shadows that night, it entered the room next to this one, and never came out. Perhaps the manor yet holds some secrets. If you discover anything, would you please share?
So yeah, I went through that hidden path that we found in the room right next to this one, like she said. And I explored a good bit, and I found the serpent's minion. So the dark side of Volcano Manor that Tanith has requested we don't tell her.
Really? Oh, so there was a secret after all. Oh my. Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king?
I think you were. I think you were born by the grace of a king. The Serpent King is still a king. It counts. You were born by the grace of a king. You shouldn't... It's nothing to be ashamed of.
What is this? I remember this scent distinctly. Funny, isn't it? I am certain of it. I was born inside this. It's a part of my birth, Mother. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, I am no longer afraid. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her Mother once again. This time from the bottom of my heart.
I wonder why Tanith is ashamed of the way that Raya was born. Like, why does she care? If they defy the Erd Tree and believe in all that is blasphemous, then why do they care?
I want to know one day.
Okay, so... Alright, let's go check on... Okay, Dialos is no longer here. Dialos is gone. Let's see if Bernal has anything to say really quickly, and then we'll rest.
I have the reward from Lady Tanith. Take it. It's yours, by right.
Oh, cool. Gelmir's Fury. So you get another magma sorcery for helping Bernal with his invasion of the Vargrim the Raging Wolf and Wilhelm the Errant Sorcerer in the Roundtable Hold lookalike area in Laendelro capital.
Let us tread the path of the recused until we reach the miserable death that awaits us.
Okay. Yeah, for sure, Bernal. Whatever you say, man. I'm with you. Alright, let's rest really quickly and we'll go check on Raya once more. I know we're already at an hour and 4 minutes, but I want to kind of put this in the same episode so we don't leak it into the next episode. Okay, so Raya is gone now. Okay, so she's probably going to be at her next location. We can go ahead and get rid of the skull now. So we'll go back to the Temple of Igle and then run back to that other location that I said she was going to be at really quickly. We're definitely not going to just jump into this hole without the lift being down, because I've never done that before. I would never accidentally jump into the bottomless pit that is the underside of a lift for some reason. Like, why would the lift not just be like flat ground? If the lift is not there, why would it not just be flat ground? Alright. And here she is.
Oh, it's you. I'm afraid there is something I must tell you. I was an unwanted child, born not of grace, but of a hideous ritual. Something that can never be accepted. Not by men, nor serpents. Even Lady Tanith shouldn't accept me. I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness. Kill me, please. I thought that I feared nothing. But this, free me from this accursed frame.
Why? Why? Why do you hate yourself so much? There's no reason. I see absolutely no reason to be ashamed of the way you're born or your half form or
I
anything.
know that you, but I wish kill me.
There's no,
The
no.
free me.
I'm not. Is this mercy? I feel like it's not mercy. Hold on. Hold on. I think there's another way. There's another way. I think we can get something from Tanith to help us with this.
If you follow this, it cannot.
Her absence, yes, she's
No.
gone.
I haven't
Zarias.
seen Zarias anywhere, and she has no scouting duties now. Has she gone off in search of answers? Why won't she just listen?
Because I may or may not have told her the truth.
May I ask your aid?
Yes.
Not as the manor's proprietress, but as Zarias' mother. If
Yes.
she discovers the answer to her question, and it causes distress, have her drink this potion to purge that which would cause her pain.
The tonic of forgetfulness.
Yes, my wish is a grave disrespect to her. No different than the Erd Tree's imposition. But I've no choice. It must be done.
Okay, so we can make her forget what we told her. Which I'm thinking is going to be the more merciful answer to the question. I know you get a secret talisman, but the talisman has no use. I'm pretty sure you get a secret talisman, Datakar's Woe, if you do kill Zarias or Raya. But we're not going to do that. We're going to give her the tonic of forgetfulness so that she stays alive. Because I do not... Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. Why? Elden Ring! Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna give Raya the tonic of forgetfulness. Oh man, I'm having crazy deja vu right now. It's almost like I just did this. We're gonna give her the tonic of forgetfulness and see what happens after that. But I'm pretty sure if you kill her and then you go back to her location or reload the location, you get Datakar's Woe. And from what we know about Shabriri's Woe, the other talisman, right here, Shabriri's Woe, constantly attracts enemies' attention. Datakar's Woe, on the other hand, is going to make enemies' attacks do more damage. That's literally it. The only thing that Datakar's Woe does is make enemies' attacks do more damage. So it's totally unnecessary and probably offers like 0 lore. I might look up Datakar just to see what it is, but I don't want to kill Raya, so we're gonna give her the potion.
I know that you have done so much for me, but kill me. I thought that I free me.
I'm not gonna free you from your frame. You don't deserve that.
To drink this, then? Yes, of Of course.
Oh, I forgot to read the description.
You always were very kind.
I forgot to read the description of the tonic of forgetfulness.
How delightfully sweet. And yet...
Okay, so does she go to sleep? Okay, so we might have to reload real quick, rather than make that run back and risk dying on the elevator again. Okay. So because I messed up and didn't read the item description for the tonic before I gave it to her, I just looked it up on my phone, and I'll go ahead and read that for you really quickly. Tonic in a small brass vial banishes distress and bitter memories. A gift bestowed by Rykard. A gift bestowed by Rykard, sworn to blasphemy to Lady Tanith, who unfortunately had no use for it. My lord, in quotes, my lord, there could be no greater distress than to forget you. And we've made Raya forget. Okay, so we just reloaded the area and nothing has changed. So maybe we go back to the actual Volcano Manor area. See if she's back here. Zarias? No? Hello? This place is empty. Yeet. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. I think... Is that it? What is Tanith gonna say something?
If you follow this, it cannot...
Okay, so she... Oh, okay, I gave her the potion.
Thank you for allowing me this. I will never be a good mother. My heart is too frail. Our Lord must have known this all along. My meekness is all too clear.
Okay.
Sweet Zarias. Sweet.
Oh my goodness. What, is she, like, asleep or something? Maybe I have to finish the Great Rune boss. We'll come back to Zarias and obviously the rest of Volcano Manor after we defeat the Great Rune boss, but I'm sorry we went 12 minutes over. That's a crazy amount of time. Definitely the longest episode. Thanks for hanging in there. But with that, I've been Igneous Hippo. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day.